and welcome back to my channel Juice It with Zita. It's been a while. I'm so excited to let you know that I finally got my certificate as an integrative nutrition health coach, and I also got certified as a juice therapist. I am so elated at all these achievements and all what I have learned in these courses that I took. I am going to share this information with you. So brace up, because going forward we are going to be having very exciting content that we'll be putting out here for you. Today we're going to talk about raw foods. What are raw foods? There is a lot of talk out there about the importance of having a plant-based diet. When we are having a plant-based diet, it's also important to eat more raw foods. So what are raw foods? Raw food is any food that appears in its natural form that has not undergone any form of processing. Food that is cooked below 40 degrees centigrade can also be considered in this category. But if you cook any food beyond this, it is no longer considered as raw foods because it has already lost some of the enzymes that it comes naturally with, and the heat has destroyed these enzymes. So you have something like this. This is a basket of raw foods. We have leafy green vegetables, we have root vegetables, so we have celery, we have cucumber, we have carrots, we have apples, we have lemon, and we have bell peppers. So raw food is also known as living food. Why is it called living food? Because its integrity is intact. All the enzymes, all the phytonutrients are still in the raw foods. And there are different ways that we can consume raw foods. If you have been jiving with me in this channel, you know that juicing is one of the major ways that you can include raw foods in your diet. Also, you can blend raw foods and have them in the form of smoothies. You can dehydrate raw foods. You can do sprouting. And you can soak raw foods and consume them. So what constitutes raw foods? Like I've said before, we have vegetables, we have greens, we have legumes, we have nuts and seeds, and so many others. Basically, anything that comes in its natural form can be considered as raw foods. Why are raw foods so important? Raw foods provide us with enzymes that we need, efficient energy expenditure, and a balanced gut. This is very important for everyone, but especially for those who are suffering from chronic diseases like high blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, asthma, autoimmune deficiencies, and all the others. Why should we add raw foods in our diets, you will ask? Raw foods come with a lot of benefits, and these benefits include decreasing inflammation, improving digestion because of the high fiber content in raw foods, they increase your natural energy, they clear skin imperfections, they help you to maintain a healthy and sustainable weight, they prevent nutrient deficiencies, they provide us with phytochemicals and enzymes, they help prevent diseases, and they help you to adopt an eco-friendly lifestyle. We have to be good to Mother Nature. So if you are consuming food that grows naturally, you are helping to maintain a sustainable environment. Today I'm going to highlight on two of the major advantages of having or including raw foods in your diet. One, it decreases inflammation, and how it helps to prevent the onset of diseases. Inflammation in itself is not a bad thing. It's the body's natural response to a threat. This is called acute inflammation because it comes up and then it goes back to the baseline. But on the other hand, we are in a society where what we eat leaves us in a state of sustained inflammation, which is also called chronic inflammation. And when we have chronic inflammation, this lets down our guard and our bodies are overburdened with trying to detoxify our systems, leading to the onset of chronic diseases. And these diseases can include high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, asthma, and even cancer. So, how then can we include raw foods in our diet? Like I said before, juicing is one of the best ways you can add raw foods to your diet. So I am going to be using these different ingredients to show you the recipe of a juice that I can make out of this that you can have at your will. There's no restriction on this one, and it's also very kid friendly, so you can make it for the whole family. I'm going to start off with preparing this juice, and these are the ingredients. We have water here that already has apple cider vinegar and lemon juice in it that helps to cleanse our ingredients of any dirt that must have accumulated on it. And mind you, these produce are all organic produce. If you cannot afford organic, you can get fresh produce from your local stores, and I would link one of my videos that shows you what method you can use to make sure that you get as many chemicals as possible out of your produce. Here we go. So this is celery. This is about 6 stalks of celery, about half a bunch, 1 cucumber, 6 carrots, 1 red bell pepper, 3 Gala apples, and 1 lemon. I'm going to leave these ingredients to soak in this water for 5 minutes, and then I will wash them and get them ready for the juicer. So it's been 5 minutes and all my ingredients have been thoroughly washed using my vegetable scrubber and running this through cold tap water. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut up the vegetables into little chunks that will fit into the juicer. Now I'm cutting up the apples, and like I always say, make sure you take off the seeds of the apple because it has some dangerous chemicals, so make sure you always take them out while you're cutting up the apples before juicing. Plus, they are also very dangerous for your juicer. They overwork your juicer because they're very hard. So I always like to cut it down the middle to make sure they fit in the chute so they do not overburden the juicer. So you have to feed the auger gently so that it picks up the fruit on its own and crushes it slowly and takes out as much juice as possible. Next is the cucumber. If you do not get organic, it's usually advisable to use a vegetable peeler and take off the skin because it usually may contain a lot of chemicals. But if it's organic, you can have it whole, everything, because you're going to definitely gain more nutrients from having it whole. And finally, we have the red bell pepper. With bell peppers, you make sure to take out the stalk and also the seeds inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up so I can have access to the seeds. Yeah, we take this off. Same here. And now we have our bell peppers that are ready for the juicer. So I'm now left with the lemon, and because it's very juicy, if I put it last in the juicer, it's gonna have backup in the auger. So most of the times it's advisable to do the juicy fruits in between the hard fruits. I would have had this in between the lemon and the apples. So what I'm going to do now is to use my citrus juicer to take out the juice from the lemon. This is the juice from the lemon that I'm going to add into all what has been juiced. And then I'm going to mix it to make sure that all the flavors blend. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Bye.